I caught COVID, and it's not getting any better. I spent 4 years shielding and now have my second dose. The exhaustion stopped knocking me out after the first 10 days, but the persistent nausea and gut disturbance grew worse. Is this the virus overwhelming my immune system? I asked myself as the government wound down its already pathetic response. I'm breathless after climbing one flight of stairs. I'm still nauseous, but not throwing up. The brain fog is still bad. Balance and coordination is all over the place like a drunk. I don't bump into things this much even after downing my Christmas Baileys. It makes sense when you read, cognitive impairments in long COVID are debilitating at the same magnitude as intoxication at the UK drink driving limit, or 10 years of cognitive ageing, and may increase over time. Lovely. So I've got that to look forward to. Why is this pandemic still with us after 4 years? This question brings us to the airborne versus droplets paradigm. Until this latest round of COVID inquiry hearings, I hadn't realised that mode of transmission was even in contention. Whether SARS-CoV-2 is transmitted through aerosols or droplets is a rabbit hole I only fell into very recently. It started with a video clip of what I'd assumed was a rare light moment from the World Health Organization's Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, seemingly differentiating the word for the state of the aerosol, airborne, from the US military term airborne at a WHO press conference on the 11th of February 2020. But no, it is an actual immediate retraction. Only 3 days after China's Shanghai press conference informed the world that SARS-CoV-2 is in the air we breathe and requires protection to be stepped up, Tedros is prompted by Mike Ryan to change his classification from airborne to droplet mode. And why is this important? The crucial differentiation shaped the whole of the UK's pandemic strategy, which is one of the deadliest in the developed world, despite our science and resources. It puts the onus on the individual instead of governments and their institutions. It continues the use of cheaper surgical masks, which are inadequate, FRSMs, instead of FP3 or 2 or N95 masks. It ignores adding ventilation and filters to clean the air like they have at Westminster, of course. And it doesn't protect health workers, patients, or the public. Yet it was obvious in January 2020 that the virus was in the air and required an effective response. There was a big clue in the shape of hazmat suits. Oh no, not for us, in China. We watched healthcare workers in China struggling in hot, bulky, sweaty, hazardous material suits to contain the pandemic. So what was that telling us? Professor Zhongnan Shan's confirmation of human-to-human transmission on the 20th of January was swiftly followed by the Wuhan lockdown on the 23rd. China then warned the world about the airborne nature of the virus at their Shanghai press conference on the 8th of January. However, little of this got through to us as our mainstream media were busy throwing dust in our eyes with a vicious China-bashing binge turning our cooperation and understanding into a regular 2-minute hate. In scapegoating China, they turned China bought us time into China lied, people died, and buried the management strategy that eradicated the coronavirus by day 43 of a 76-day lockdown. That was the one that could have saved us.